Just close it. Okay, so this is I mean, at this stage, it's just more of a understanding only, not a experience. I'm just telling my understanding, not experiences. Okay, because I don't have experience. I have experience up to the point of enlightenment. This is beyond enlightenment what he says, and I need to study his work also, which I have not done. I don't have right English versions available. This Vallala. What Vallala says is that enlightenment is one stage. Where at the enlightenment stage you realize that you are not a body, mind, or intellect. So whether that is that the end, there can be more. So when you realize the body, mind, and intellect, your consciousness, you realize your consciousness, and still you will continue to use the body, mind, and intellect, as still the power of the karma of the body lasts. So, and that will benefit the world, that will benefit you, that you will feel peaceful and blissful, and till the body lasts, you will help people by teaching. This I understand very clearly. Okay, this is the stage of enlightenment. Now, since I have not heard directly from Vallala, but his students told, and that too Tamil, this thing, and I have not read the original teachings of Vallala. Hopefully one day I'll read it. What they say is, next stage is that there will be a lot of siddhis, powers. Now these siddhis are not the mental siddhis. These are after enlightenment siddhis, post enlightenment siddhis. These are higher order siddhis. There are lower order siddhis and higher order siddhis. A lot of people by mental training they can achieve more of siddhis. That's called mental mind siddhis, siddhis of the mind. I have in USA I had gone. USA had a one of just keep it partially open. USA I had gone to one exhibition. That's one of the telecom exhibitions, large exhibition. To attract people to the stall, they keep some gift items, or they do some magician and magic tricks and all. So there's one person, a Jew. They had brought him. He's a mind reader. So his specialty is he'll read the mind of anybody and type it on a computer screen, and it will be displayed on the screen. So that is the specialty, and people, a lot of people are attracted by the stall, and they are going to go into the stall. So then my friend and I went. My friend went there. My friend is a Christian, and he said, "I'll keep something in mind." And that guy typed it on the screen. My friend was surprised actually. My friend had thought of a Latin player. He goes to church, and in church as a boy he used to have some Latin prayers. He mentally repeated the Latin prayer, and that guy typed it on the English version of that Latin prayer. So then we asked him, how do you do that? He said, it's a training. I can train, this can be trained, a mental training. This is called lower order siddhis, power of the mind. Now what Vallala's Shishya say, that Vallala retained higher order siddhis after enlightenment. There's a post enlightenment. After beyond enlightenment, what is there? In beyond enlightenment, the siddhis are, okay, now up to enlightenment, please understand, up to enlightenment, there is some individual soul who is struggling, okay, to enlightenment. So there is an individual sense of doership, ownership, I am doing sadhana, all these things. And at some point of time it drops and enlightenment happens. And that enlightenment happening is a grace. So now beyond that, there is no individual effort at all. It's all grace. Anything happens is a grace, universal grace. Okay. So now, then what to do for that grace? Just sit. Sit silently. Anything happens. Okay. That's what meant by grace in case of Vallala. He says his body, physical body got transformed to a body of Omkara, Pranava Sarishara. Then his body got transformed into a body of light, Shuddha Deha, they call it Shuddha Deha. And with that, after enlightenment, normally what will happen is that the person will become peaceful and he will start teaching others to help them, uplift them. So that goes on till the body drops. So Vallala says he got a body because of grace, by which he can body can last longer, a eternal body, so that he can help people eternally, and that body became finally body of light. So he says, I got a body which is a body of light, physical body got transformed into body of light, which is the eternal body. And people say that his body doesn't have a shadow. Okay, light passes through their body, and nothing can cut. A sword can pass through, and nothing will happen. So these are all sort of miraculous powers. Now this all post enlightenment is a pure grace. It is not. There is no achiever. Whereas the siddhya, if I told you, the mental siddhis, this is like more of magic tricks or tricks. Mentalists, they can be done by training the mind. Beyond enlightenment, there is nothing called training the mind or nothing. Nobody. It just you receive from the grace. So what you have to do? You have to sit silently. Vallala sat in that place where he was Vallala village for 4 years in silence. Okay. So that's what happened. Why silence is that what happens is that even after enlightenment, you have one part of the mind which is outgoing, and rest of the part is mind is purely silent. Now outgoing part of the mind, you need to do some work. The world doesn't leave you. You have to interact either with students, disciples, or with the office to earn some money. Now at some point of time, even that becomes a distraction. So you sit silently. So there's no outgoing mind, only in the mind which is internal. So that mind becomes more and more and more and silent, just because it's settling. Otherwise, every time you have to take it out. So in that deep silence, what will happen is Shanta, Atishanta, they are lower and lower, the more and more silent layers of the mind open up. In that more and more silent layer of the mind, universal intelligence becomes available. Enlightenment is at a stage where you are understanding that you are not a body and mind, you are consciousness. But beyond that, the silent part of the mind opens up for higher intelligence. So that higher intelligence, God intelligence, God consciousness, whatever. So that is actually what descends as a grace and transforms the body. That's what we heard. And also you develop a lot of siddhis, powers of God in terms of creation, sustenance and ruling and all. So this actually is in little bit contravention with respect to the Vedantic teaching, where Vedantic teaching is understood that understanding is that a person gets enlightened, but he doesn't get the power of God fully. He'll become peaceful and become merged with God. So probably that would have also happened. I don't know. We don't know because it's not his direct this thing. It's some second-hand understanding. So something might have happened. So ultimately, what happened is he got a body which is eternal body. So there are very few case studies we have heard of a physical body transformation in the world. Not many people have done that. One person whom we frequently hear is Babaji, a Himalayan yogi, who has lived for more than about 2000 years. So another person which we are hearing is Vallala. His body got transformed. Now is it possible? Anything is possible because we don't know what is not possible. Right? But we have heard a story of many Siddhas who lived for 200 years, 300 years, but more through medicines, Siddha medicines. But Babaji's case seems to be that a body got transformed due to grace, divine light, divine grace. And absolutely there's grace only, because when you are not the doer, you are not the body, mind or intellect, you are pure consciousness, you just wait for the grace. So that's why he went into silence of 4 years. Okay, this is and then Aurobindo and Mother, they also believed that body will get transformed and higher order intelligence will develop in that body. But I don't think that happened in their lifetime. So there are very rare cases. Probably Vallala is one case. I would wish to study his life and understand it, but I don't have the authentic proper books in English for that.
So he was teaching for 2000 years, the Baba Himalayas. He was teaching.
Continue to teach.
He's still there. That's
Still there.
He's still there. He's
Functioning.
teaching.
Teaching means some of the critical, many of the important persons. For example, Kriya Yoga in 1870s or 1880s, Kriya Yoga, Lahiri Mahashaya was taught by him like that. So some important,
So even now he has students.
yeah, that's what we see.
Actually, there is one book which published by Malleshwaram Institute for Kriya Yoga. They say he's got 8 disciples. They are living in some part of Himalayas, Badrinath location. Badrinath, there is some place called Vasudhara, walking distance. From beyond Vasudhara, they are living in their own
There is
place.
always a place called Shambhala. Okay, there's a mythological place. A place called Shambhala just beyond Badrinath, where our
The Buddhist,
Shankaracharya appeared to have seems to have disappeared. So that's where they say, but nothing much is known. Okay. So right now that is the understanding. Whether physical level transformation takes place, possibly yes. Whether many people have done it, no. Whether some people believed in it, yes. At least one recorded case of the Odala is there in this situation.
actually, Adul Lingan, he says there are actually 3 stages. He says that physical body itself starts getting reverse aging.
Yeah.
He becomes a teenager,
Yeah.
and then he becomes like a 8-year-old boy or something like that. Avaga adu Dakshinamurti that comes, because Dakshinamurti is supposed to be a young boy.
So Guruji, enlightened being is merged with God. Mentally. These people who are like, after they take the other steps, are they at the same level when it comes from the context of merging with God?
No, they are merged with God. Okay, but merged with God, body still will continue the prarabdha karma in most of the cases.
So Vadallar was not having any prarabdha karma.
We don't know, no? So that
As far as on that day, what that person was telling is, he was telling 3 stages what you tell. One is witness consciousness, then another is that siddhis, then another is merging with means becoming totally God. There is no self.
Siddhis.
So,
Enlightenment is witness consciousness.
Sakshi Bhava first, but
Right.
still the I is there. Means I means still the witness is there.
The body and mind is there. Body and witness is there. The body and witness, the witness normally what happens, the body will be normally for an enlightened being, will continue with its prarabdha karma and complete its prarabdha karma and die and drop.
You said witness will not be there. Even
No.
that will get
The witness is there and the body is there. Okay, that is, and when he operates in the world, when he sits in silent, the witness disappears. That is because outward movement is there in the mind. Still, you need to interact and address you, right? If there's no witness and a body, I can't interact with you. But if I sit in my meditation, there's nothing. Everything disappears. The witness merges, witness body and mind, witness merges into consciousness. That's it, if there's no interaction. So now, an enlightened being also has to interact in the world. So that means some outward part of the body, mind is to be required, even though he is witnessing it. Now, what happens in case of Odala and all is that they isolate from the world.
So that witness part is gone.
They sit in silence for many years. 3-4. Odala practically sit for 4 years. So in that case, there's no the outer movement of the mind is still reduced. No more required. That means prarabdha karma which is required of outward movement is gone. So then what happens to the body is, in this case, the body got transformed. That's what they say. Okay, that is actually,
Transformation of body is not part of his prarabdha karma.
that's what we don't know, no, we can't say.
No, that's actually Guruji, you are saying that's part of grace. That's where the grace comes
No,
from.
because there's no doer, no, he's just sitting silently.
So the grace has done everything.
There's a grace, we can say. So all that I can say is his prarabdha karma ended, body is still there, so probably the grace converted the body into a body of light, something like that.
Depending on what kind of body he has, what previous sadhana he has done,
Yeah.
what intention or desires he has, and what purpose he has. Depending on that,
The body got transformed.
but ನೀವು ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಎನ್ಕ್ವೈರಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಿರಲ್ವಾ, ಸೊ ವಿಟ್ನೆಸ್ ಕಾನ್ಶಿಯಸ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಎನ್ಕ್ವೈರಿ ಬಂದಾಗ ದಟ್ ವಿಟ್ನೆಸ್ ಹೋಗುದು.
The witness, see, what I'm saying is witness is there for interaction purpose in the world. Mind is, some outward mind is required. Right? That means you have to witness the mind.
ಈಗ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಎನ್ಕ್ವೈರಿ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ವಿಟ್ನೆಸ್ ಕಾನ್ಶಿಯಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಇಂದ
Witness consciousness is still a part of the mind acting as witness. Now that also has dissolved. There is a pure witness. Sakshi. I am witnessing also is gone. The Sakshi is there. But then body is still operating because of prarabdha karma. Some outward movement of the mind is there. So because you have to interact, you have to get food, something you have to do. Now let us say he cuts it off and sits in silence. There is no outward movement.
ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಎನ್ಕ್ವೈರಿ ಯಾವ ಸಲ ಬರುತ್ತೆ?
When the ego is there, the self, I am the witness ego.
ಸಾಕ್ಷಿ ಭಾವದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಸ್ಟಾಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಆದ್ವಿ, ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲಿಂದ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಎನ್ಕ್ವೈರಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ?
Sakshi, any stage self inquiry can start, right? I am the body, I am the mind, I am the
the final resolution of the
that is at the Sakshi level. Sakshi bhava, bhava is still mind. So when that inquiry into who is Sakshi, who is acting like Sakshi, that Sakshi also decides.
that's
But
all.
the pure Sakshi is there. Pure Sakshi is there.
that is no I, that
There's no I.
universal.
No, there's no I.
That's all.
There's a pure Sakshi. Okay, but still the mind which is there, a part of mind because of the karma has to do outward motion. So now these people, they take a isolation. Then there's no outward movement. Okay, so they can spend more time without no outward movement. Sakshi and Saksham merged.
Between that Sakshi and the total merging of the Sakshi, between that many things can happen. Means the siddhis and the other things.
No, even that can happen with the merger also. See, body has not dropped.
After merger, what you said is that what you are just there sitting, then whatever is required will happen through
Correct.
this thing.
Right. So now all that they do is withdraw all outer actions, sit in silence. Okay. The mind has become, now mind has now no outward movement at all. Mind is still, mind is silent. So it opens and layers and layers and the silent mind opens up. At higher level of silent mind, it is opens with the universal intelligence. Earlier now, witness in enlightenment, there's no universal intelligence, no extraordinary intelligence come. It is just that he has become pure conscious. His headache is gone, all suffering is gone. But this, people believe, opens up a universal mind, which is a higher order intelligence compared to human mind. Start using the body, because body is now a vacant vehicle. And that time some siddhis can happen. That's what these people are speaking about, siddhis.
And also on that day you told, no, this after this witness consciousness, this first stage of second movement, how transformation happens at the nervous, at the brain level, or at the nervous system level, or at the cell level,
okay.
depending on the body. So because the body was pure, so it had happened at the cell
The enlightenment itself can happen at different levels. Okay. Purely intellectual level enlightenment is understanding of Advaita and philosophy. Very clear understanding. So these people understand. This is enlightenment. I can still say it's enlightenment because their clear clarity is there, intellectual level. But the mind still may not be transformed. Okay, still the person may have some tendencies which are not blocking the enlightenment, but there, anger, fear, whatever may be there. So the enlightenment can happen at the intellectual level, enlightenment can happen at the mind level also. Mind also become purely silent.
After enlightenment, again anger and fear.
No, I'm speaking of enlightenment, how much degrees of enlightenment can happen in individual.
You always said 0 or 1.
That is one level here. Now I'm saying there's a person has become very clear, a Jnana yogi. He has understood very clearly philosophy. Then he can say he is also enlightened. He understood that he is not a body, mind and intellect. Clear understanding.
He is experiencing that.
But it is at the deepest level, which is intellectual level, is good enough. But the mind may be still, impressions may be there, mind. Vasanas may not go 100%.
And now he is the witness conscious.
He is a witness.
And he is seeing his mind as which has vasanas.
But he is not, doesn't belong to him. No? It's just there in the part of nature.
Yeah, that's what.
He is not
witnessing the mind which has vasanas.
Vasanas.
Okay.
So the transformation can happen at the intellectual level. Transformation can happen at intellectual and mind level. Transformation can happen at intellectual, mind and body level. So intellectual level, which can correspond to nervous system, upper part of the nervous system, mind level, which is lower part of the nervous system, vasanas, impressions, and physical level. So physical level is the deepest, right? So this transformation is cellular level, right? So this can happen in people, and very few cases of recorded are there, except this one case of Vadalar.
So Ramana Maharshi's was like intellectual and mind.
Peaceful.
I just,
Which level?
according to what I have heard in Ramana Ashram, Ramana Ashram was a young man when he had attained this, when he was completely established mind, he says Abhaidi mind. Then he also wanted to achieve something like Vadalar. So he was going, we know ashram in Kerala, so he was going somewhere in that forest. Then there was one more enlightened being who was senior to him in age. He saw him and he knew what was up to Ramana. He said, no, what you're going for is not required.
Hmm.
Simply go back to where you are and just stay there. So he is supposed to, what do you call, brought him back to where where he was in that hills, left him there and he said, you should be here, and he is supposed to have gone away. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಆ ಥರ.
Actually, if you ask Ramana Maharshi at one place said that the physical body transformation is not required. That's what he said. He has said that. Okay, now let me tell what I understand. Post-enlightenment, enlightenment is actually a peak of human life. So beyond that, if you sit silently, the mind becomes much more deeper. Don't interact with the world. Keep to yourself. That's sit in silently, waiting for grace to do anything which is required. You don't do anything. So at that stage, beyond that stage, some miraculous transformation can happen, and I believe that it can happen because there's no individual doer. It's only universal consciousness which does. For that body-mind complex, based on the prarabdha karma, whatever is that, some transformation can happen. This is my belief.
Guruji, just,
Yes,